Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 11 of the Vikings 2023 NFL season. This week, the Vikings are playing in prime time in Denver against the Broncos, and I'm sitting in a tree. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Jake, are you not scaring away all the deer right now? And to put it bluntly, I've seen a few, but nothing of import. And the last time I filmed a video on my phone this way, a giant buck ran over my left shoulder. So, nope, not yet. Okay, so in the meantime, this week I have a Trappist-style ale from Bent Brew Distillery called Megies, or Megies. I'm not sure actually how to pronounce that. I'll be honest, I don't really have a theme or a reason for this one. It's just that label caught my eye when I was walking by. Thought it looked really cool. It's a Trappist ale with Hungarian-style cherries and vanilla crisp. Fruity, malty, cherry-y. It actually says that. Cherry-y. Let's give it a taste. Skal, fyrir, ther. It's really good flavor. Smooth but not heavy. Crisp but not like a light beer crisp or like a cider. It's got a little bite to it, little tartness. Probably the cherries, I'm guessing. Are they tart cherries? Hungarian style cherries. Overall, a very good beer. This would be, I think, really good with like a Thanksgiving dinner or other holiday dinner. It just has that, like, it would be really good to sip with like some turkey, I think, if I had to pair it with something. Thank you, Bent Brew Distillery. Quick buck check. No, okay. This has been a season. The Vikings continue to outperform expectations and, frankly, all logistical, statistical reason. To lose your starting quarterback, to lose your backup quarterback, to lose your number one wide receiver, to lose your starting middle linebacker, your cornerback. I think Caleb Evans is confirmed out now. The Vikings just have like a ton of injuries that normally make it just so the team doesn't click. The team does not. You don't have the pieces that you thought you were going to have coming into the season. The scheme needs to be different. Communication changes. Dalton Reisner didn't sign with the team until what, week 7, 6, something like that. But they keep winning in spite of all of that. And I assume it's a testament to coaching. I also assume that we are seeing the positive side of some variance. The first 3 weeks we had all of these fluky fumbles and weird things happen, and now I think we're maybe seeing the positive side of some of the bounces go our way. Obviously, the talk of the town is Josh Dobbs and how he's making things work with his legs. I was just talking to some fellas at the bar last night about how fun it is to see a rushing quarterback be squirrely on behalf of the Vikings, because it feels like they're the type of quarterbacks that are constantly daggering us. For years it was Rodgers, specifically Rodgers, scrambling around and making things happen. So it's really fun to have that quarterback on your team for a change. And when it looks like the pocket's going to collapse, he scrambles, he slips away, and either throws, something downfield or, runs it in. And it's a lot of fun. On that note, he hasn't had to scramble as much as I think he would have a few weeks earlier. I was noting last week the Vikings offensive line was giving Dobbs time. Like, he had clean pockets. I haven't seen that. Kirk hasn't seen that. He's got to be sitting at home, nursing his ankle, wondering what the hell he did to those guys that as soon as he gets knocked out for the season, they learn how to pass protect. I don't know. Although I guess I did say earlier this year that Pro Football Focus ranked all the offensive linemen pretty well individually. It's just like you can't tell me that's true when Kirk's getting popped on every drop back. Anyway, the offensive line is clicking. I think that's going to be the key. This week, the Vikings are playing the Broncos, who are also kind of a different team than they were to start the year. famously, they had 70 put up on them by the Dolphins earlier this year. Since then, they have really tightened up the ship a little bit. They're still not world beaters. They did beat the Bills, which is not quite the feat that it used to be, but they did beat the Bills on Monday night, so they're coming in on a short week. I think, circling back, the key to beating the Broncos this week is going to be keeping up the pressure on defense. Last I looked, the Vikings this week rank like 10th in offensive line, and the Broncos' defensive line is down towards the bottom. And then conversely, the Vikings' defensive line is middle of the road, but the Broncos' offensive line is, again, towards the bottom third. So winning in the trenches is going to be very important today. I mean, it always is, but when you're going to an unfamiliar city with, admittedly, a quarterback who wasn't on your roster 3 weeks ago, and we still don't have Jefferson back, it's possible that the Broncos cornerback, Patrick Surtain, covers Jordan Addison and locks him down. We'll see. Maybe it's another Hawkinson game. Hopefully he can stay healthy and they don't try to just turn his ribs into powder. It should be a fun game. I'm really worried that this is the week that all the good luck wears off. The other shoe drops. Because it does feel like in a lot of, like, all of Dobbs' scrambles that he has, he's holding the football out at the end of his long arm like a loaf of bread, and I'm always worried that he's going to get, that defensive end is going to sweep his hand down and knock the ball out, and all of a sudden it goes from, boy, it's fun to watch him scramble, to, oh man, he's running for his life, and oh no, another turnover. So I'm excited for tonight. I think it could be a fun game. I think it could outperform expectations in terms of points being scored, but I will admit to being a little nervous. All right, if you're out hunting this weekend, stay safe, good luck, Skal, fyrir, ther, and go Vikings.